Welcome to the lakes once again, this time in the SsangYong Musso. Now we expected snow and ice, but sadly that was yesterday. Anyway, on with the adventure. I'm Ben Quirk, welcome to Planet Auto. Oh, that's interesting. You put your foot down and it realises it's not going to get grip or reduce power.
Well, we've chosen the right day, haven't we, Ben? Look at that weather.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. They're rare, aren't they?
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those.
Ooh. I don't even think they're sold in this country anymore, or ever. Everybody's jolly this morning. Not so much. Anyway, we're getting 26.6 miles per gallon, so it'll be interesting to see how much we can increase that, as long as I don't use power mode. Now, this is primarily going to be an off-roading adventure. However, it is worth giving a bit of an update on how it is on roads. Bottom line is, it's a pickup. So if you haven't got a load in the back, because it's on a chassis, it is going to be a little bit jittery. Especially on our roads. But get it on a nice bit of smooth tarmac. It's a pleasant experience. Oh my word, look at the ice.
Wow.
And we're only in rear wheel drive and it's doing well. The key is not to floor it. Now a lot of Cumbria, they don't grit.
Like this road.
I was going to say, case in point. Got good steering, the suspension's nice and comfortable for passenger and driver, and it gobbles at potholes like they're not there. Decent power as well, especially having eco and power mode, and power does transform it. No, it's direct steering, great feel to it, and this is heated. Casual Clobber Friday. I'm not going to come off-roading in jeans. For a start, I have to sprint after Annabelle while she does some green laning. And yes, she's pretty much a dab hand at it now.
A handy feature is you can turn off your parking sensor alerts, so in the tight proximity that we're going to be driving up, it won't be going bonkers. Looking at that icy pond and the fact that I'm heading up, I'm going to put it into 4 high now, and that's all I need to do is that. Goodness, that was easy. The Musso handled that with no problems. Bit of scrabbling, but we are on road tyres, so do remember that. But the Musso, even in 4 high, handled that like a breeze.
Now there's one big change with the SsangYong. Since New Year's Day, they've reduced their warranties down to 5 years. But the bottom line is, they're pretty damn strong, durable, and you get decent mileage with that too. Under the bonnet, we've got the 2.2 that we're used to. So we've towed with that on multiple occasions, and that's in the Rexton and in the Musso. And that's everything from a classic Mercedes through to our Golf GTI. And it does it effortlessly. It's also the only pickup in the UK that can tow 3.5 tons simultaneously and carry 1 ton on the bed. And the amount of questions we get, are you sure? Yes. Thing is, SsangYong have been doing this for about 68 years, which, in case you're wondering who SsangYong are, well, they're a Korean manufacturer. It means double dragon. Another thing that seriously appeals is its price. So you can get one of these for just under 25,000 for an EX, and that's for the manual. But you can also go for a Rebel or the Saracen like we've got. Or if you want to go long wheelbase, you can get the Rhino. From that trim upwards, it's an auto, and it's an Aisin 6-speed. And it's seamless. Now when it comes to 4-wheel drive capabilities, well, you've got 4 high, you've got 4 low, but there is no shift lock. But you do have descent control. And it's pretty damn good off-road, to be honest. It's not got the wading depth of, say, a D-Max. I think it's about 400 mil, but I think it's considerably higher. They've just not approved it higher than that. But the best bet, if you're going to be, well, diving essentially, get a snorkel. So you can get lots of accessories as well, including side steps like ours. But if you buy a certain trim, you may get those as standard. It's an aggressive looking beast. And the one thing you're probably asking yourself is, well, yeah, it might look aggressive, but that is a deep, big bumper. And yes, you're not wrong, but the point is, it's deceptive. This can go far more hardcore than you realise. Now, the one thing you won't find on the Musso is single cab. Every model is 4 cab, so it's perfect for the family. Now, not that much has changed on the Musso in the last few years. They have refined the engine and made it more economical. There's more black accents, things like this sporty dark grille and the black SsangYong badge. You've got a decent level of safety and convenience, but we'll look at that in the driving section. Plastic cladding, which helps you when you're off-roading in case you clip that tree stump. And also, we've now got new black wheels. I suppose that's what they've gone with. Pretty much a black theme. So black door handles, mirror caps, and the glossy wheels. Saracen certainly looks the part. Well, when it's a touch cleaner. Now, as I'm 6'3", it's going to be pretty simple to climb into. However, we do have the side steps, and that's a perfect aid for Annabelle. Door opens nice and wide, and pretty much everything is hard plastics. But you do have a padded area here. See your electric windows, and you can fold your mirrors. Essential on the back lane. It's not the widest pickup, but it's nice to know it's there. You can also see we've got doors that cover the sills. It's sturdy, it's substantial, but you still get refinements like electric seats. Climbing in, yeah, look at that. And the refinement doesn't stop there. We've got heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, and it's a comfortable driving position. Centre armrest. Now, there's no grab handle here, but there is one here. You can adjust your headlamp height, perfect for towing. You can disable your parking sensors, as Annabelle demonstrated, and you've got your descent controls. Nice and easy to pop your bonnet, and look at that for a footrest. That's a beast. Quality on these has always been pretty damn good. Old school handbrake, essential for off-roading. 2 high, 4 low. Lovely little rotary. Switchgear feels good too. Driving modes, so eco and power. Straightforward auto box. USBs. An actual cigar lighter and a 12 volt. Now, we don't have keyless entry, but it does lock itself when you walk away with the key. The interiors, this is an interesting one. All this is padded with perforated, I assume it's faux leather, so it matches the seats. They're comfortable, they're supportive, and surprisingly, the passenger gets an electric seat too. You can also adjust the seatbelt height, perfect for Annabelle. Lots of storage points, cup holders, one here, and it's always essential to have one on top of here, whether it's for sweeties or paperwork. Cluster's nice and straightforward. Speedo, rev counter, small fuel computer, shows things like media. You've also got navigation on this. Touchscreen infotainment system and a rotary for the volume and proper clunky buttons. Yeah, it feels good, this. And it's responsive and it does what it needs to. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, DAB radio and navigation. Reach and rake in the steering wheel at 6'3". Well, headroom's just not a problem, but I've got height adjustment if I need it anyway. This is wide enough for you and your passenger, and that's a decent size. Get your butties in there, no problem. Let's take a look in the rear. Well, yeah, I'm not parked in the best place, but the bottom line is it's a decent opening, and this opens rather wide. Climbing in, yeah, no problem. Now, interestingly, we've got grab handles up here on both sides, but both sides in the front, they're not there. It does seem a strange omission, but the more important one, especially for off-roading, is this one. I can get my feet under the seats, I've got decent leg room, and considering it's a proper off-roader, it's got a rather reduced transmission tunnel. It's comfortable, this isn't too upright, and I've got decent headroom, probably about 2 inch. It's also nice to see I've got a big wide area here that I can see through the windscreen. And like the front, I've got a heated seat too. Well, you can't say that we don't come prepared. We've even got a flask of tomato soup. And the seatbelt keeping that nice and safe. Pull down armrest with 2 cup holders. It's a comfortable seating position, and it's finished the same as the front. As are the door cards. It's quite a rarity in today's world. Big side windows, so I can see a bit of glass as opposed to a bit of roof. The bottom line is, pretty much everybody uses a pickup. Now, whether it's for home use, business, gardening, construction, or just going adventuring at weekends, they've got multiple applications, and the fact that you can fit your family members in too, in comfort with heated seats, it's a mega plus. I mean, we regularly do road trips down to Goodwood, and that's about 350 miles from here, and they never skip a beat. And the thing is, if you do come across treacherous ice, snow, or even log in the road, then 9 times out of 10 you'll be able to clamber over it. Yeah, I'm not talking massive trees, but you get my point. They're pretty damn versatile, practical. Now, it's sad to see no chargers, but I do have my own vent, and, well, a rear light's a must in a Musso. Well, a pickup in pretty much every vehicle, and it's amazing how many manufacturers omit something like that. And we finish off with airbags around the vehicle and ISOFIX points. Let's take a look at the bed. It's amazing how sporty you can make one of these, especially when you add a bar. You just picture your jet ski there, can't you? Saying that, it's a decent bed. It'll fit a Euro pallet. And opening the tail, looks to me well, that works on the central locking. It's not always the case. It's not the lightest tailgate in the world, but at the same time it's not the heaviest either. And yes, no soft opening. This, I'll have to check the weight, but realistically you get something like a hay bale on there. We've also got the mountaintop roller cover. Now this is an optional extra. Pretty damn handy though if you're going to be carrying things in the bed and you need a bit of security, and it does lock. Tethering points, and we've got a bed liner, which makes it really easy to clean, just hose down. There's no LEDs, but you get a reversing camera and parking sensors. It's got decent ground clearance, but do remember that the rear diff does drop down a little lower than, say, other pickups. But other than that, they'll tow for England and they're pretty good off-road. Big enough room in the arch, so that allows a bit of articulation. Our Saracen will cost just over 32,000, and that excludes VAT. But the fact that you can pick one up for around 24, it's a bargain in my book, especially for a 4-cab. Now, in case you're wondering about angles, departure angles, approach angles, etc., we'll put them on the screen. It'll suit a farmer down to the ground. And as we know, they tow for England, quite literally. Looks like the side step's helping.
It is. And the Musso handled it like an absolute champ. Nice one, SsangYong.
How you doing? Nice to be back behind the wheel. As Annabelle said, it just takes everything you throw at it. And that's in 4 high. You've got 4 low if you do get into sticky mud or things do get a bit knobbly.
Gnarly.
Still got power as well. Interestingly, we've only dropped 1 mile of MPG. I thought it would have been closer to, say, 22, but it's actually holding it just under 26.
Well, thank you, Oxen Park. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, my neck.
Bit tight. Good thing we're not the widest pickup on the road.
It's not the most refined engine, and it does scream a bit, especially under load. But it's a torquey beast, and it'll do everything you need. I mean, if Annabelle pans around now, it just is effortless.
It glides, doesn't it?
And it drops gears when it needs to. The whole setup just works for it. It's quite steep, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, most of it doesn't come out on the camera, does it?
It doesn't do it justice, unfortunately.
No.
But you can tell how pretty and scenic it is, though, which is good.
Oh. Well, doesn't look like this bit ever thaws. So something out of Game of Thrones.
Oh, we found your snow.
Yeah, it's probably impacted snow that's turned into ice.
Yeah.
Is it the brakes? Yep. Nevertheless, let's try descent control. So the button's here. Ooh. You can hear it working. And it's coping with the ice as well, a bit like ABS. There you have it, the Musso out and about in the lakes. 9 times out of 10, it's all you'll need. The prices are pretty damn good too. Don't forget that 5-year warranty. On that note, it's time to head and probably get some hot chocolate or something, Annabelle. You agree?
Oh, definitely.
Goodbye all.
Bye.